I want to share with you a few modifications I did inside my airplane during the build. I have teeth on my airplane currently while it's awaiting a paint job. Give it a little character. You'll notice I kept my airplane simple throughout the whole build. One of the mods is that handrail stiffener, which I'll get a close-up on all these later. My panel is a G3X single screen with a 696 companion. And one of the mods you'll notice probably right away, there's no fuel valve in the way your leg. The third mod, which I'll get a close-up on all three of them, are air vents ducting down to the floor. And no, my airplane has no interior. That's the way I plan on keeping it. I have a stiffener, which is basically a yardstick that I stripped the numbers off of and riveted it to the underside of that armrest. My second mod is my fuel valves. I have two independent fuel valves, and I have manual trim that goes through the bulkhead. See if I can get a good shot of it. Fuel valve for right and left. Manual trim goes directly through the bulkhead. Right fuel valve. Labeling for the fuel valves. Third mod is a fiberglass molded ducting that blows air down to your feet by stripping it off of your stream coming into your face vents. And to turn it off, you just simply slip that cap over that nozzle, and there is one for the pilot side as well. You can see the cap is on it. I do have a third mod after experiencing vapor lock on a very hot day in Central Texas. And what I did is I put a bypass which strips fuel off the fuel system, dumps it into the left tank. It's a metered amount. It doesn't affect even if you leave the valve open. So on a hot day, when you're doing a hot takeoff, you just simply open the valve with the electric fuel pump on, and it sweeps out the fuel system with good, cool fuel. Been very successful. It only dumps into the left tank. You do have to manage it. That's what we do. Just a little footnote regarding the bypass fuel for preventing the vapor lock. It does go through a red cube on the discharge, so I have an annunciation on my EFIS that tells me that the fuel bypass is open. Although it doesn't affect the running of the airplane, there is risk of overflowing the left tank if you're pumping out of the right tank. But my procedure is to line up the left tank when I'm using the bypass. Again, it's been very successful. I've done several tests forcing it to vapor lock and then using the system with no vapor lock. I'm running an Ellison throttle body. And if you're interested in any of these mods, I did take some pictures in my build log, and I do have some drawings. I'd be glad to help you out any way I could. Hope you enjoyed it.